At the beginning of the ninth sitting of the House of Assembly, Speaker Ingrid Moses Catliffe declared her position on matters that transpired on August 14th when Acting Speaker Delores Christopher joined the eighth sitting of the House. The Speaker invoked Standing Order 42, declaring the ninth sitting as a legal sitting.
Prior to today's sitting, issues arose as to whether this ninth sitting of the Second House of Assembly can be legally convened. I met with the members of the opposition on Friday, 5th of September 2014, and wrote them a letter following our meeting. The letter, which was copied to all members of the House of Assembly, was delivered on the following day, outlining the Speaker's position on the matter. For the record, this is my decision. On Thursday, 14th of August 2014, at the 8th sitting of the Second House of Assembly, the Deputy Speaker, acting in her capacity as Speaker, made the decision to adjourn the House sine die. The point in the sitting that the adjournment took place was that other business on the order of the day. There were two members of the opposition present, the member for the 3rd District and the member for the 2nd District. The member for the 3rd District had already made his contribution on the other business, and the member for the 2nd District was in the middle of making his contribution when the Deputy Speaker recessed the House for 20 minutes. Upon reconvening the sitting that evening, it was brought to the Deputy Speaker's attention that there was no quorum, as the opposition members that were present earlier were no longer present. At that point, the Speaker invoked Standing Order 9 and adjourned the House sine die. The convention is that an adjournment sine die marks the closure of a sitting. In this case, that would be the 8th sitting. As the substantive Speaker of the day made her ruling, it would be improper to overrule that decision. In accordance with Standing Order 44, once the Speaker has made a decision, it is final and not open to appeal. In conclusion, accordingly, I invoke Standing Order 44. This ninth sitting is properly and legally convened. Madam Clerk, next item.
Acting Premier Dr. Kedrick Pickering also weighed in on the adjournment of the 8th sitting. His intervention focused on preserving the integrity of the office of the Speaker of the House of Assembly. Dr. Pickering called on all members of the Assembly to respect and abide by the decision of the Speaker, especially considering that prior to the Speaker taking her decision, no member rose on a point of order to advise the Speaker otherwise.
Standing Order 6 makes it clear that in the absence of the Speaker, and I quote, "The Deputy Speaker shall take the chair and shall be invested with all the powers of the Speaker," unquote. And this role may be performed until the next sitting of the House or for 24 hours, whichever period is the shorter. By virtue of paragraph 5 of the same Standing Order, the Speaker has, and I quote, "the power to regulate the conduct of business in all matters not provided for in the Standing Orders," unquote. Madam Speaker, the quorum of this House is 7 by virtue of the Virgin Islands Constitutional Order 2007. Pursuant to paragraph 3 of Standing Order 9, the Speaker is empowered to adjourn the House when a quorum is not present to continue with the business of the House. The Standing Orders do not specifically indicate how the adjournment should be taken or pronounced. And I need to repeat that, Madam Speaker. The Standing Orders do not specifically indicate how the adjournment should be taken or pronounced. Accordingly, it is only appropriate that the Speaker falls back on the power granted in paragraph 5 of Standing Order 6 to make a determination as the Speaker considers appropriate in all the circumstances. Madam Speaker, at the last immediate sitting of this House, the presiding Speaker exercised her powers in consonance with Standing Orders and adjourned the House sine die. That was the decision of the presiding Speaker, and it behoves all honorable members of this House to respect and abide by the decision of the Speaker, especially considering that prior to the Speaker taking her decision, no honorable member of this House rose on a point of order to advise the Speaker otherwise.